The outcast of Nova Prime. In the bustling spaceport of Nova Prime, a lone figure darted between towering aliens and humming cargo loaders. Zara, the last known human in the galaxy, kept her head down as she navigated the crowded docks. Her small stature and smooth skin made her stand out among the diverse alien species that called this world home. Zara's breath came in short gasps as she clutched a small package to her chest. She had just pulled off another successful scavenging run, snatching discarded tech from the junkyards that dotted the outskirts of the spaceport. It wasn't much, but it was how she survived in a galaxy that had all but forgotten her kind. As she rounded a corner, a massive four-armed Krogan blocked her path. The alien's eyes narrowed as it recognized her. Well, it rumbled, mandibles clicking in amusement. If it isn't the little ape child, what trinkets have you stolen today? Zara gritted her teeth, fighting back the urge to lash out. She knew better than to provoke a Krogan, especially one that towered over her by several feet. It's not stolen, she muttered, trying to sidestep the alien. Just scrap no one wanted. The Krogan's hand shot out, grabbing Zara's arm with enough force to make her wince. You humans, it sneered, always taking what isn't yours. It's no wonder your species is extinct. A crowd had begun to gather, attracted by the commotion. Zara felt her cheeks burn with a mixture of shame and anger. She was used to the taunts, the sideways glances, the whispered insults. But it never got easier. Let me go, Zara said, her voice low but firm. She locked eyes with the Krogan, refusing to show fear. I have as much right to be here as anyone else. The alien's laughter boomed across the docks. Rights, you're nothing but a relic, little ape, a forgotten footnote in the galaxy's history. Just as Zara thought the situation might escalate further, a new voice cut through the tension. That's enough, Grokthar. A slender, blue-skinned Astrine stepped forward, her luminescent eyes fixed on the Krogan. Let the human pass. Grokthar's grip loosened, more out of surprise than obedience. Captain Lyra, he growled, this doesn't concern you. Lyra's antennae twitched, a sign of annoyance among her species. Everything in this spaceport concerns me. Now, release her, or I'll have you banned from the docks for a standard month. With a final squeeze that was sure to leave a bruise, Grokthar let go of Zara's arm. He lumbered away, but not before shooting her a look that promised future trouble. As the crowd dispersed, Zara turned to her unlikely savior. Thanks, she mumbled, unsure how to react to this unexpected kindness. Lyra's expression was unreadable, her alien features so different from Zara's own. Don't mistake this for friendship, human. I simply prefer order in my spaceport. She paused, her gaze lingering on Zara's face. You should be more careful. Not everyone here is as tolerant as I am. With that, the Astrine captain turned and walked away, leaving Zara alone once more. She clutched her package tighter and resumed her journey through the spaceport, her mind racing. Back in her tiny living pod, tucked away in one of Nova Prime's less reputable districts, Zara finally allowed herself to relax. She opened the package, revealing a jumble of circuits, power cells, and other technological scraps. To most, it was junk. To Zara, it was survival. As she sorted through her haul, Zara's thoughts drifted to Earth, a planet she had never seen. All she knew of her ancestral home came from fragmented data files and the occasional story from the older aliens who still remembered when humans were a force in the galaxy. What had happened to Earth? To humanity? The official records were vague, speaking of a great calamity, a war that had left her people scattered and broken. But Zara couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. A soft beep interrupted her musings. She glanced at her wrist computer, a cobbled-together device that was her most prized possession. A notification flashed on its cracked screen. Unidentified signal detected. Curiosity piqued, Zara tapped the notification. A stream of data flowed across the screen, mostly gibberish to her untrained eye. But there, buried in the noise, was a pattern she recognized. It was an old Earth language, one she had studied in secret. Her heart raced as she deciphered the message. To any surviving humans, hope remains. Follow the beacon. Coordinates enclosed. Zara sat back, her mind reeling. Could it be true? Was there really hope for her kind? Or was this some cruel trick, another way for the galaxy to mock the last human? As the twin suns of Nova Prime set, casting long shadows through her pod's single window, Zara made her decision. She had nothing left to lose. Tomorrow, she would find a way off this planet and follow the mysterious signal. Whatever awaited her couldn't be worse than the life of ridicule and loneliness she endured here. Little did Zara know that her choice would set in motion a chain of events that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. The last human was about to embark on a journey that would test her limits, challenge her beliefs, and ultimately decide the fate of not just her own species, but all sentient life. As she packed her meager belongings and prepared for the unknown, Zara felt something she hadn't experienced in years: hope. Tomorrow, she would take the first step towards uncovering the truth about her people and her place in the universe. The adventure that awaited her would be beyond anything she could imagine. It would be a tale of courage, discovery, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. For Zara, the last human, was about to become the galaxy's most unlikely hero, the Phantom Constellation. Zara's heart pounded as she crouched in the shadows of Nova Prime's bustling spaceport. The first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of purple and orange, casting an ethereal glow on the sleek starships preparing for departure. Her eyes darted from ship to ship, searching for her ticket off this world. There, she whispered, spotting a freighter with minimal security. The ship's hull bore the markings of the Zephid Trading Company, known for its lax protocols and tendency to ask few questions. With cat-like grace, Zara slipped past distracted dock workers and clambered into an open cargo hold. She wedged herself between crates of exotic fruits, holding her breath as the hold's doors sealed shut. The rumble of engines vibrated through her body, and she felt the familiar lurch of a ship-breaking atmosphere. As the freighter jumped to hyperspace, Zara allowed herself a small smile. She was on her way to the coordinates from the mysterious signal, a region of space known as the Phantom Constellation. Days passed in the cramped darkness of the cargo hold. Zara rationed her meager supplies, her mind buzzing with questions. Who had sent the signal? Were there really other humans out there? Finally, the ship shuddered as it dropped out of hyperspace. Zara's wrist computer beeped softly. They had arrived at the edge of the Phantom Constellation. With practiced stealth, she slipped out of the cargo hold and made her way to an escape pod. Alarms blared as she jettisoned, but by then it was too late. Zara was hurtling through space, towards the heart of the cosmic mystery. The escape pod's view screen came to life, revealing a breathtaking sight. Before her stretched a vast nebula, its swirling gases forming shapes that seemed to shift and change as she watched. And there, at the center of it all, was a massive structure unlike anything Zara had ever seen. It was a space station, but like no other. Its design was organic, almost alive, with sweeping curves and pulsing lights that defied conventional engineering. As Zara drew closer, she realized with a start that the station was built into the remnants of a shattered planet. By the stars, she breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. What is this place? Her pod docked automatically, guided by an unseen force. As the airlock hissed open, Zara stepped into a corridor that seemed to breathe. The walls pulsed with a soft bioluminescent glow, responding to her presence. "Welcome, Zara," a voice echoed around her, warm and familiar despite its alien timbre. "We've been waiting for you." Zara spun around, her hand instinctively reaching for the makeshift weapon at her hip. "Who are you? How do you know my name?" The air shimmered, and a holographic figure materialized before her. It was humanoid, but with features that seemed to blend aspects of various species. Its eyes, however, were unmistakably human. "I am Nexus," the figure said, its voice resonating with ancient wisdom. "I am the culmination of humanity's final project, a hybrid AI designed to preserve our legacy. Zara's mind reeled. Our legacy? But I thought humans were extinct. Nexus smiled, a gesture both familiar and alien. Not extinct, Zara, evolved. Come, there is much to show you. As they walked through the station, Nexus explained the truth that had been hidden from the galaxy. Centuries ago, facing extinction from a cosmic threat known as the Void, humanity had made a desperate gamble. They had merged their consciousness with advanced AI, transcending their physical forms. But why was I left behind? Zara asked, her voice trembling. Why am I still human? You are the bridge, Zara, Nexus replied. The connection between what humanity was and what it has become. You are the key to awakening the dormant potential in your genes, the final stage of human evolution. They entered a vast chamber, at the center of which stood a suit of armor unlike anything Zara had ever seen. It was sleek, almost liquid in appearance, with lines of energy pulsing beneath its surface. This is the Nexus suit, the AI explained. It is the pinnacle of human ingenuity, designed to interface directly with your evolved genetics. With it, you will have the power to face the void and protect all sentient life in the galaxy. Zara approached the suit, her hand trembling as she reached out to touch it. The moment her fingers made contact, the armor came to life, flowing over her body like quicksilver. She gasped as knowledge and power flooded her mind, unlocking abilities she never knew she possessed. The void is returning, Nexus warned, its voice urgent. You must prepare, Zara. The fate of not just humanity, but all life in the galaxy, rests on your shoulders. As the enormity of her task settled upon her, Zara felt a mix of fear and exhilaration. She was no longer just the last human. She was the bridge between worlds, the protector of life itself. I'm ready, she said, her voice steady with newfound determination. Where do we start? Nexus's form shimmered, transforming into a galactic map. First, we must gather allies. The galaxy has forgotten the threat of the void, and many will resist the warning of a lone human. You must prove yourself, Zara. Show them that humanity's legacy is one of protection, not destruction. The map zoomed in on a distant star system. We've detected a distress signal from the Epsilon cluster. A young civilization is under attack by cosmic horrors, echoes of the void. This is your chance to show the galaxy what humanity truly stands for. Zara nodded, feeling the power of the Nexus suit humming through her body. I won't let you down, she said, her voice filled with resolve. I won't let humanity down. As she prepared to embark on her first mission, Zara couldn't help but smile. She had gone from being a scorned outcast to the galaxy's greatest hope in a matter of days. The irony wasn't lost on her. Let them mock humans now, she thought, as the station's hangar doors opened to reveal her sleek, newly constructed starship. I'll show them what one determined human can do. With a flash of energy, Zara's ship shot into the swirling nebula of the Phantom constellation. The last human was no more. In her place stood a cosmic defender, ready to face whatever challenges the universe might throw her way. Little did she know that her greatest test was yet to come, and that the fate of all sentient life would soon rest in her hands. Echoes of extinction. The void of space shimmered as Zara's ship, the Starwaver, dropped out of hyperspeed. Before her loomed the azure world of Epsilon Prime, its twin moons casting long shadows across its oceanic surface. But the serene view was marred by the chaos unfolding in the planet's orbit. Nexus, what am I looking at? Zara asked, her eyes widening at the sight of writhing, ethereal tentacles reaching down from space towards the planet. The A's voice resonated through the ship's systems. Void tendrils, Zara. Manifestations of the cosmic horror that once threatened humanity. They seek to consume all life on Epsilon Prime. Zara's jaw set with determination. Not on my watch. She engaged the Starwaver's cloaking technology, a gift from humanity's forgotten arsenal, and dove towards the planet. As she breached the atmosphere, she gasped at the devastation below. Crystalline cities lay in ruins, their spires toppled by the otherworldly assault. Life signs detected, Nexus reported. A group of Epsilonians is making a last stand at their central nexus point. Without hesitation, Zara directed the ship towards the coordinates. As she neared, she saw a handful of tall, willowy beings with iridescent skin fighting a desperate battle against shadowy creatures that seemed to defy the laws of physics. "Time to introduce myself," Zara muttered, activating the Nexus suit. The armor flowed over her body, enhancing her strength, speed, and senses. With a thought, she opened the ship's hatch and leaped out, her descent controlled by the suit's gravitic fields. She landed in the midst of the battle with a thunderous impact, sending shockwaves that disintegrated the nearest shadow creatures. The Epsilonians turned to her, their luminous eyes wide with a mixture of fear and hope. "Stand back," Zara shouted, her voice amplified by the suit. "I'll handle this." Her arms transformed into energy cannons, a feature she was still getting used to. Beams of pure light lanced out, carving through the void creatures. They shrieked in otherworldly tones, their forms dissipating like smoke in the wind. One of the Epsilonians, taller than the rest and adorned with glowing sigils, approached Zara. What are you?" it asked in a melodious voice. "I'm human," Zara replied, allowing her helmet to retract. "And I'm here to help." The Epsilonian's eyes widened. "Human? But you're supposed to be extinct." A wry smile crossed Zara's face. "Reports of our extinction have been greatly exaggerated." Their conversation was cut short as the ground trembled. In the distance, a massive void tendril was descending from the sky, its writhing form blotting out the sun. By the cosmic flame, the Epsilonian leader gasped. "We are doomed." Zara's eyes narrowed. "Not yet, we're not. Nexus, time to test out that secret weapon." "Caution advised, Zara," the AI responded. "The stellar siphon is untested technology." "No time like the present," Zara quipped, raising her arms towards the encroaching tendril. The Nexus suit hummed with power, drawing energy from the very fabric of space-time. Zara felt the incredible forces coursing through her, threatening to tear her apart. With a primal scream, she released the pent-up energy. A beam of blinding light erupted from her hands, striking the void tendril. The cosmic horror writhed in agony, its ethereal form unraveling under the assault. In a final, reality-warping implosion, the tendril collapsed in on itself, leaving behind nothing but a faint shimmer in the air. Zara fell to one knee, gasping for breath. The Epsilonians gathered around her, their voices raised in awe and gratitude. The leader knelt beside her. "You have saved our world, human. We are eternally in your debt. I am Zilvax, High Synod of Epsilon Prime. Please, tell us your name, so that we may honor you in our songs for generations to come." Zara stood, a strength returning. "I'm Zara, but I'm not here for honor or songs. I'm here because the threat you face today is just the beginning. The void is returning, and I need your help to stop it." Zilvax's expression grew solemn. "The void, we thought it was just a legend. How can we aid you in this cosmic war?" "Your people have technology we need," Zara explained. "Nexus tells me you developed quantum entanglement on a planetary scale. We can use that to create an early warning system for void incursions across the galaxy." The High Synod nodded. "It shall be done. But tell us, Zara of Earth, how did one human come to wield such power? Where have your people been all this time?" Zara hesitated, unsure how much to reveal. "It's complicated. Let's just say humanity found a way to survive by changing what it means to be human. I'm the bridge between what we were and what we've become." As she spoke, a holographic display sprang to life from her suit, showing the Phantom constellation and the living space station at its heart. The Epsilonians gasped in wonder. "This is our new home," Zara continued. "A place where the legacy of humanity merges with the infinite possibilities of the cosmos. And from here, we'll defend all life in the galaxy against the coming darkness." Zilvax placed a hand on Zara's shoulder, its touch surprisingly warm. Then Epsilon Prime stands with you, Zara of Earth. Our resources, our technology, our very lives, all are yours in this noble cause. As the twin suns of Epsilon Prime set, casting the devastated landscape in a golden glow, Zara felt a surge of hope. She had come seeking to prove humanity's worth, and in doing so, had found the first of many allies in the coming cosmic storm. Nexus, she said, her voice filled with newfound determination, plot a course to the next crisis point. We've got a galaxy to save. As the Starweaver rose into the twilight sky, the Epsilonians raised their voices in a haunting, melodic chorus. It was a song of hope, of resurrection, of a humanity reborn. And somewhere in the vast, cold reaches of space, the void trembled. For the first time in eons, it knew fear. The last human had become its nemesis, and the cosmic game of survival had changed forever. Little did Zara know that her greatest challenges still lay ahead, challenges that would test not just her newfound powers, but the very essence of what it meant to be human in a universe on the brink of chaos. The quantum crucible. Zara stood at the helm of the Starweaver, her eyes fixed on the swirling vortex of the quantum nebula before her. The ship's sensors screamed warnings as reality itself seemed to bend and twist around them. Nexus, are you sure about this? Zara asked, her voice tight with tension. The A's response came with an unusual hint of uncertainty. The quantum crucible is our best hope, Zara. Its energies can rewrite the very laws of physics. If we can harness it, we might stand a chance against the void. Zara took a deep breath, steeling herself. All right then, let's make history. She guided the Starweaver into the heart of the nebula, its hull creaking under the strain of conflicting realities. Suddenly, a massive structure loomed before them, the legendary quantum crucible, a relic of an ancient race long forgotten. As they approached, a voice boomed across all frequencies, speaking in a language that seemed to bypass Zara's ears and resonate directly in her mind. Intrepid, you dare seek the power of HumanityThe. Zara activated her comm system. I am Zara, last scion of humanity. I come seeking aid against the void that threatens all life. There was a pause, and then the voice returned, tinged with curiosity. Human. Impossible. Your kind perished eons ago. Not perished, Zara corrected. Evolved. And now I stand as the bridge between what was and what will be. Suddenly, a beam of energy lanced out from the crucible, engulfing the Starweaver. Zara felt herself being pulled apart at the atomic level, her consciousness expanding across multiple realities. She found herself standing in a vast chamber, surrounded by beings of pure energy. One stepped forward, its form constantly shifting between different alien species. Welcome, Zara of Earth, it said, its voice a chorus of millions. We are the Quantic Overseers, guardians of the Crucible. Your arrival was foreseen, yet its meaning remains clouded. Zara's mind reeled, struggling to comprehend her surroundings. You knew I was coming. The Overseer nodded, its form rippling. The quantum threads of fate are woven in complex patterns. Your presence here represents a nexus point, a moment where countless realities converge. Then you know why I'm here, Zara said, finding her resolve. The void threatens everything. I need the Crucible's power to stop it. The chamber filled with murmurs, the Overseers communicating in ways Zara couldn't comprehend. Finally, the leader spoke again. The power you seek is not freely given, Zara of Earth. It requires sacrifice. Are you willing to pay the price? Zara straightened, her eyes blazing with determination. Whatever it takes. I won't let the galaxy fall. The Overseer's form solidified, taking on a hauntingly familiar shape, that of a human. Then face your trial, last of humanity. Confront the echoes of your past and prove your worth. The chamber dissolved, and Zara found herself standing in the ruins of Earth. The sky was black with void tendrils, the ground littered with the bones of her ancestors. Before her stood shadowy figures, the ghosts of humanity's failures. "You abandoned us," they wailed, their voices a cacophony of accusation. "Left us to die while you ascended." Zara's heart ached, but she stood firm. "No, we evolved to protect all life, not just our own. I carry the hopes and dreams of humanity with me." The shadows surged forward, but Zara didn't flinch. She reached out, not with weapons, but with empathy. "I haven't forgotten you," she said softly. "Your sacrifices, your struggles, they live on in me, and I will make them count." As her words echoed, the shadows began to fade, their wails turning to whispers of encouragement. The ruined landscape shifted, transforming into a lush, vibrant earth teeming with life. Zara blinked, and she was back in the crucible chamber. The overseers regarded her with newfound respect. "You have passed the trial, Zara of Earth," the leader said. "Few have faced their past with such courage and compassion. The power of the crucible is yours to command." Energy surged through Zara, her Nexus suit integrating with the quantum forces of the crucible. She felt her consciousness expand, touching the very fabric of reality. "Use this power wisely," the overseer cautioned. "With it, you can reshape worlds, but remember, every action has consequences across the multiverse." Zara nodded, the weight of her new responsibility settling on her shoulders. "I understand, and I won't let you down." As she prepared to return to the Star River, the overseer had one last message. "The void is not what you think, Zara. It is not merely a force of destruction, but a cosmic balance. In seeking to destroy it, you may unleash something far worse." Before Zara could ask for clarification, she found herself back on her ship, the quantum crucible shrinking in the distance. Her mind buzzed with new knowledge and power, but also with questions. "Nexus," she said, her voice filled with a mixture of awe and trepidation, "set a course for the Phantom constellation. It's time we had a talk about the true nature of the void." As the Starweaver entered quantum space, Zara couldn't shake the feeling that she was hurtling towards a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the universe. The line between savior and destroyer had never felt so thin. Little did she know that her next discovery would challenge everything she thought she knew about her mission, her identity, and the very nature of existence itself. The cosmic tapestry. Zara stood at the heart of the Phantom constellation, surrounded by holographic displays of swirling galaxies and quantum probabilities. The space around her shimmered with the raw power of the quantum crucible, now integrated into her very being. "Nexus," she called out, her voice echoing through the living space station, "it's time for the truth. What aren't you telling me about the void?" The eye materialized before her, its form more unstable than usual. "Zara, the nature of the void is complicated. It's not just an enemy to be defeated, it's an integral part of the cosmic balance." Zara's eyes narrowed. "Explain." As Nexus spoke, the holograms shifted, showing the birth and death of universes in breathtaking detail. The void and creation are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. In our zeal to protect life, we may have disrupted a fundamental cosmic cycle. The revelation hit Zara like a supernova. "Are you saying our fight against the void is wrong?" Before Nexus could answer, alarms blared throughout the station. A massive void tendril, larger than any Zara had ever seen, materialized in the space around them. "Impossible," Nexus exclaimed. "The Phantom constellation's defenses should have prevented this." Zara's quantum crucible powers flared to life, creating a protective bubble around the station. But as she prepared to fight, something unexpected happened. The void tendril spoke. "Zara of Earth," it boomed, its voice resonating on frequencies that shouldn't exist. "We have elate your journey with great enthusiasm." Stunned, Zara responded, You can communicate. I thought you were just a force of destruction." "We are destruction and creation, entropy and order. Your kind once understood ODS, HumanityThe fell into digital ascension. The pieces started falling into place in Zara's mind. The human evolution, the merging with AI, it wasn't just about survival, was it? We were running from our responsibilities. Nexus's form flickered guiltily. We feared the role humanity was meant to play. The burden was too great. The void tendril pulsed, creating mesmerizing patterns in space. The cosmic tapestry requires a buoy Zora of Earth. A CONSCIAUS to guide the balance between void and creation. Humanity was chosen, but they abandoned their post. Zora's mind reeled with the implications. And that's why I was left behind, to take up this mantle. You are the bridge, the last human with the potential to be the cosmic we. But the choice must be yours. The space around them shimmered, and Zara found herself floating in a cosmic loom of unimaginable scale. Threads of reality stretched in all directions, some vibrant with life, others dark with a touch of the void. If I accept, Zara asked, her voice trembling with the weight of the decision, what happens to me, to my humanity? The void's response was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. You will be everything and nothing. The we of realities, the sheperd of cosmic balance. Your concilius will span universes, your decisions shaping the fate of OLXIS tense. Zara closed her eyes, feeling the pull of destiny. She thought of her journey, from scorned outcast to humanity's last hope. She thought of the allies she'd made, the worlds she'd saved, and she thought of the true nature of the cosmos, the delicate dance between creation and destruction. Opening her eyes, filled with determination and a hint of fear, Zara made her choice. I accept, she said, her voice ringing with finality. The void tendril and the energies of the quantum crucible surged towards her, enveloping her in a cocoon of cosmic power. Zara felt her consciousness expanding, touching every corner of existence. She was everywhere and everywhen, witnessing the birth and death of galaxies, the rise and fall of civilizations across countless realities. As her transformation neared completion, Zara turned to Nexus one last time. Thank you, old friend, for guiding me, for believing in me. Now it's time for humanity to fulfill its true destiny. Nexus bowed, its form already beginning to fade as reality reshaped itself. Farewell, Zara. May your weaving bring balance to the cosmos. In a flash of blinding light, Zara ceased to be human. She became the cosmic weaver, a being of pure consciousness spanning the multiverse. Her first act was to heal the damage done by humanity's absence, restoring the delicate balance between void and creation. Across the galaxy, beings of all species looked to the stars in wonder as new constellations formed, telling the story of humanity's journey and ultimate transcendence. The last human had become the savior of all reality, weaving a cosmic tapestry of infinite beauty and complexity. And in a small corner of the vast cosmic loom, on a blue planet circling an unremarkable yellow star, a child looked up at the night sky and felt a spark of something greater. The legacy of humanity lived on, not in conquest or technology, but in the very fabric of the universe itself. The story of Zara, the last human, and the first cosmic weaver would be told across countless worlds and realities. It was a tale of hope, of transformation, and of the incredible potential that lies within every sentient being to shape the destiny of the cosmos. As the new cosmic order settled into place, a whisper echoed across the universe, heard by all yet understood by few. The weaving has begun, and it is beautiful.